All right, Giants Nation, if you're anything like me, you're constantly searching for all of the latest draft news, even though we're getting ready for the free agency. And I ran into this post from Giants 366, and the first thing I said to myself was, wait, did he really say that? Because this is one of my favorite wide receivers. He can do or say nothing wrong. So the fact that this actually was said to the interviewer didn't really bother me because once you watch the interview, you'll see why. So let's go into the interview.
Some resources. We don't even know who potentially would be the quarterback for the Giants. Starting with the G-men right there, what do you think about the possibility of going to New York and then also not even knowing your quarterback as far as like Daniel Jones might not even be the guy?
Right. That's a decision that is gonna have to be placed. When I hear my name called, especially since I don't know where I'm going. So, going to New York, it wouldn't be a bad idea. But quarterback situation, I know, they're gonna figure it out. Especially, if they got a caliber receiver coming like me, they're gonna want to give me the ball. So I'm sure they're gonna want to have a quarterback that can do that.
Did you interview with them?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
ma'am.
what were they asking you?
They was just asking me more about my tape. They love how my game. They love how I'm explosive. They love my speed. Love my integrity. And
Is
my
there anything they
routes.
didn't love?
Not too much. They shit all good tips.
All right.
So now that you have seen the part of the interview where he speaks about the Giants, I want you to think about the way the information was presented to us, and then I want you to think about the actual interview because I'm going to give you my opinion. In my opinion, this is a whole lot of nothing. You have a Giants fan page who's trying to get clicks, and they will do anything to get clicks. But then you also have a Giants fan page who has a hidden agenda. So the owner of the Giants 366, he does not like Daniel Jones, which most fans, I wouldn't say most, but some fans don't like him, and that's okay. But we kind of know what the end game is with Daniel Jones. So if you don't like him, I don't really understand why you'd be obsessed with him, considering that, it's pretty obvious that we have the option to cut him next summer and probably will use it. So back to Dan 366. He wants us to draft McCarthy. And I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to paint Malik in a negative light, because some people will see this and say, why is Malik talking like this? But Malik is right. If you have Daniel Jones as your QB1, he's coming off of an ACL tear, so you don't know if he will be ready for week one. You don't know if he will be ready for week one, but will get hurt at some point. Most people say he's likely to get hurt because that's been how he's been historically. So, and also we have a really bad offensive line, and so anything is possible. That Joe has mentioned to us that he's told Daniel that we have to get another quarterback, which we know Tyrod's probably not going to come back, so we're going to have to go out and sign a veteran quarterback, which Joe has mentioned he wanted to do. And there's a possibility that we're going to draft a quarterback, maybe not a pick six, like Dan from 366 wants us to do with JJ. Probably not at pick six, but we're going to draft a quarterback. So Malik is 100% right when he says that they will have to get him a quarterback that could throw him the football, because Daniel Jones might not be ready for week one. There's no slander here, guys. It's just common sense. Like, I don't know why the Giants fan base is like this. Like, this was totally unnecessary. But I really love the interview, though, and I really love his confidence. And there's nothing that Malik could say that would make me feel like I don't want the Giants to draft him. Draft this guy. If he's available, draft him. If he's not available, you take Rome. You don't take JJ at 6 like Dan from 360. Like Dan from 366 wants you to do. You don't do that. Please don't. Don't do it. Also, I want to add that after I looked through the comment section, I was actually shocked at the maturity level of the Giants fan base. Like, there is three sides to the Giants fan base. There are the guys who are, level-headed, and you realize that, yes, the Giants obviously will need a new quarterback. Daniel Jones is not the future. But you're not dramatic and, oh, Daniel Jones suck, and you're not the other side that's like super, super positive about Daniel Jones, because he's coming off of an ACL tear. So the reality of the situation is, this is the New York market. Garrett Wilson got drafted to the Jets and had Zach Wilson throw into him and still put up 1,000 yards for 2 seasons. He put up 1,000 yards each. So there is no excuse about Daniel Jones this. Some of y'all don't even like Daniel Jones and don't believe he's going to be healthy. So why are we making it seem like Malik is afraid to get drafted here because of the QB situation. He's right. We've got to get a QB that's going to throw them if Daniel Jones is not going to be healthy. But I don't really see why we have people saying that we shouldn't draft him because they felt like he dissed the QB room or Daniel Jones. Like, it's Daniel Jones, guys. Like, come on. You serious? You're not going to miss out on talent because of Daniel Jones, who you're probably going to move on from after this upcoming season. Like, I don't know what's the IQ level of this fan base, but if Malik is available, you draft him. This interview should not turn Joe off from drafting Malik. You draft him. You're not gonna not draft him, and then Daniel Jones plays 5 games, and then you cut him next summer, and then you're like, oh, we missed out on Malik, and then you pin it on Daniel Jones. Like, no, you're probably gonna cut Daniel Jones. You take Malik. So to the two stupid sides of the Giants fan base, I think anybody who's super obsessed with Daniel Jones but doesn't like him is an idiot. I think anybody who is looking at Daniel Jones like he's some kind of perfect quarterback, or you have like this blind faith in Daniel Jones, you're a little bit less of an idiot. I understand the loyalty to a quarterback that's drafted to the Giants, but there's nothing a prospect could say about Daniel Jones that's going to make me feel like I don't want to draft him. I don't give a fuck. You're getting drafted, buddy.